So you go to your child and say, okay, it's time to get ready for class. And they look at you and they go, I don't want to go to class. I don't want to do karate anymore. And now you're faced with that dilemma of, I'm always struggling with them to get them ready for class. But once they're there, they have fun. They have a good time. This is something that is faced all the time. Even myself, when I was a child, I would rather be playing with my friends outside or watching TV than have to go to class. But my mother would say, get in the car and get going. Let's think about what it is that we do in martial arts as a teacher, what we're bringing to the student. We're teaching them to focus, teaching them coordination, social skills, respect, self respect, discipline, um, self defense. So when you bring a kid to a martial arts school, you're looking for something. You're looking for something to make the student a better person. Now, we all know that time, money, some days it's raining, some days it's cold. It can be a bit of a struggle, not just for the student, but for the parent themselves. I know this all too well. I have children myself. When they were young, yes, sometimes you get home from work and it's like, man, I really don't feel like getting in the car and going through all this. But in the long term, it's a big payoff. I think probably one of the nicest things my children ever said to me was, Dad, we get why you made us go to karate and play baseball and do other activities. You pushed us to do things because you wanted us to be a better person. My son, some of my sons who were track stars said that they learned how to be a better winner and a loser just from their martial arts experience. One of my sons went into the army and he was saying how easy basic training was for him because he had the skills and the mindset to help him progress in the military from his martial arts training. My daughter, things with school. She learned to take the good with the bad to maintain focus through her martial arts training. Now, when your kid comes to you and says that they don't want to go to class, well, let's think about it. When's the last time your kid woke up in the morning saying, I'm ready to go to school? But as a parent, we don't give the child the option not to go to school because you know that, well, number one, it's the law. Your kid's supposed to go to school. Number two, you're looking for some kind of improvement. I mean, they have to get educated. So you see the benefit. When you bring your kids to a karate school, you're not bringing them there for them to learn how to fight and break boards and stuff like that. You're bringing them to learn how to be a better person. The sensei and the instructors are there to help them become better than when they first walk through the door. So if you see the benefit and you see progress, do you really think the child has the mindset to understand what's right or wrong? Yes, martial arts is a lifelong thing. It's not like there's baseball season, there's a basketball season, a hockey season. You know, it's going to end. But with martial arts, you want to set the mindset of setting long-term goals of learning to strive for something more than just that black belt. Too many times I've seen people say, "Oh, I got my black belt," whether they're a child, a teen, or even an adult, and then they quit. They're like, "Well, I got my black belt." I'm like, and then what? There's so much more to learn beyond the black belt. The black belt just shows that you've basically achieved a certain set of goals when it comes to your training, but that's not the end of karate. So what we need to do is we need to really think about why we signed our child up and what we're seeing. If you're seeing positive, why would you want to end it? Why would you give a 9-year old the option of quitting? They're 9 years old. Their mind is not set like that. You wouldn't let your 18-year-old, you wouldn't let your 16-year-old decide, okay, well, now that I got my driver's license, I want a Ferrari. Okay, it's a very fast car, hard to handle. They don't have the experience, and it's expensive. You would get them a car that's more sensible, something that is safer to drive so they can learn and become more experienced. So start looking at your martial arts training like that. And also to parents, we need to be engaged. If all you do is just drop your kid off and that's it, the kid's going to see it as just kind of like a waste of time. But if you do things like you come to their belt and stripe graduations, you come to tournaments and you support your child when they're home, let them practice for about 10 or 15 minutes, and praise them. Say, hey, that kick looks so much better than the last time you threw it. Kids want to please. So if you are actually engaged with their training, the child's going to be more excited. When you're at home, hold up a little kick pad or something. Let them kick it. Watch them do their kata and just be like, hey, that looks fantastic. Be consistent with the kid. One thing I tell parents is when you get home from picking your child up at school, don't let them get on the video games. Let them eat, do homework, and then take their time to get ready for class. If you wait 2 minutes before it's time to head out the door, the kid's already engaged in their video games. They're not going to want to stop playing. But if after they finish with their homework, you lay out their uniforms, slowly start getting them ready, and then say, okay, let's get to the dojo maybe 20 minutes before class starts. More than likely, the instructors will take the child out on the floor, let them do some stretching, say, hey, why don't you ask the instructors, the sensei, senpai, kohais, could you help me with this kata? I'm having a little trouble with it. So it's not just, okay, get in the car real quick and head to the school. Okay. Also, too, a lot of schools, Five Dragons especially, we do extra programs. We'll have different events, parents' night, beach training, things like that. If you don't take full advantage of all these things, all your child's going to see is, oh, I'm going someplace where I'm going to sweat and I'm going to have to do push-ups and there's going to be some hard work involved. But when they see that, oh, I'm at a place now where all that hard work, but also too, I'm making new friends. We should strive to make it a friendly environment. Why doesn't the student consider other students their friends? Why do they see it as only just hard work? Maybe it's because they're not getting the full benefit. Sometimes we have little movie nights. One of the things that I really enjoyed watching during the movie night was just the fact that students that never interacted before are now sitting together, getting to know one another. So we really have to think about what it means to be a parent. I mean, if your child went, well, I don't want to live in Haverhill, Massachusetts anymore. I want to live in, Los Angeles. Your child's 8 years old. Are you going to let them decide whether you move to LA, Atlanta, something like that? They don't know any better. They don't know about property taxes and things like that. So as a parent, yes, sometimes we may have to make those unpopular choices, but if it's for the best thing for our family, then we should do it. I myself have often thanked my mother for letting me take karate as a youth, train. It helped to keep me from getting involved in drugs, gangs, gave me a clear mind, learned how to set goals, even when I went to the Army myself. Some of my training from international judo and karate under Sensei Samisa translated into what I was doing in basic training. And even my drill sergeants would notice that, okay, there's something special about this young man. And other guys in my platoon who did martial arts, we kind of stood out in certain things just because of that martial arts training. Not that, your child has to become a grand master someday, but once again, if you see some positive from the training, maybe instead of just giving in to letting the child make the decision because they're sweating or it's a little hard and teach them a bad lesson that, well, when we hit something that's hard, we should quit. You should really push your child. Just last night, one of my teen students did not think that he could spar. I tricked him into sparring with one individual for over 2 minutes, and he never realized he was sparring for so long. So if we let them stop, they never progress. But if we push them, if we teach them to push themselves, the sky's the limit. Anyway, I want everybody to have a good day. God bless whatever you believe in. And this is Sensei Marc at Five Dragons Martial Arts, beautiful Haverhill, Massachusetts. And we also have our Salisbury School. So, hey, check us out. And you have a great day.